My name's John Ford. I am the joint owner with my wife of the Tudor World Museum in Stratford Upon Avon. To give you a brief history of the building, the first records of the site date back to the 12th century, in fact 1196, when the property was owned by the Bishop of Worcester. He divided the whole area into plots or burbages, and the road layout, the grid system, remains from that day. Originally it would have been quite a small property on the site, but over the years it's been developed. Now the first name is named after the first known tenant of the building, William Shreve, who was given the building for his services to the Crown by Henry VIII. The name Shreve also means sheriff, and he was the first sheriff of Stratford. Now he was only here for about 3 or 4 years, then he disappeared. There is a couple of conflicting views of what had happened to him. One, that he was called up for the muster on the Mary Rose and drowned with all the other sailors, or it could be because we think that he also worked as an assassin for Henry VIII, and Henry VIII decided to do away with him. We can't be sure, there's no record of his demise. During the time of William Shakespeare, because everyone likes to have a connection with Shakespeare, this was a tavern called the Three Tuns, owned by a man named William Rogers. William Rogers was also part of the inspiration for the Falstaff character in 3 of Shakespeare's plays. And we know there's a definite connection because William Rogers' nephew was left 20 shillings by William Shakespeare. During 1642, just prior to the Battle of Edge Hill, the building was used as a billet by Dutch mercenary troops on the parliamentary side. The house, however, was owned by John Lucas, who was a royalist. They came in, took the place over, run him out of the place, took his property, and after several days of very tense negotiations, he was allowed back into the building, but had to switch sides, so he then became a very staunch parliamentarian supporter. And it was also used as a makeshift hospital after the Battle of Edge Hill. On occasion, we've had people feel pains like they've been hacked or cut, so it could well be the injuries from the soldiers that died. Now, most of them didn't actually die from the injury itself, most of them died from infections afterwards. In this building there have been regular paranormal investigations for the last 20 years. One of the most active areas is what's known as the ship room. We've had plenty of experiences with a spirit named John Davis, who was a 17th century axe sharpener and knife grinder. He was also known to have attacked and killed many women. He will come into the building and he will pick on certain types of women. He will make himself known by bad breath. He will maybe touch them, grope them, and they will feel very distressed. He will also pick on men that he perceives to be weak. It's a very regular occurrence for him to be picked up by mediums and customers alike. And in fact, we had one woman that was actually pushed over and felt she was going to go down the stairs. In the education area, we have often had the spirit of a little girl called Lucy presented herself. Now, she appears to be about 7 or 8 years old, blonde hair, and she used to go around as a bit of a pickpocket and thief. So if anyone left stuff lying around, and she was a bit of a street urchin, would be the best term, it was not uncommon for her to steal it. Sadly, she goes to another area where we have the Tudor dining room. She has been seen there in a badly injured state because she was burned badly in a fire, went into a coma and was falsely declared dead. A local doctor bought her body and wanted to use it for anatomical research. When he made an incision across the stomach and chest. She came out of the coma. Unfortunately, because of the nature of the injury, she went into shock and died shortly afterwards. The first paranormal experience that I had on this site was during the time we were negotiating to take over. I was browsing through the museum and what is now the marketplace. I was looking at one of the exhibits and I felt two distinct taps on my shoulder. I looked round expecting it to be my wife because that was the way she would get my attention, and there was no one near me, and when I did find my wife she was at least 15 feet away, so there's no way on earth that she could have done that and moved back. Another experience that I had was when we first came here. I was running a paranormal event, and this is the ship room again, and I looked through the doorway and I was quite startled to see a hooded figure with red eyes looking around the corner, rather timid, almost if he was like afraid for me to see them. And we've done some investigations and some research. The consensus of opinion was that it was a very old spirit, an elemental, and it was getting weaker. It only appears November to January. I think I'm quite privileged in actually seeing that one.
This is our first time here, to be fair. Looks really amazing. I love the aesthetic of it. It's giving me vibes of the ramming, skirriding, anything that says in. It's got that cool effect.
It has. They've done really well with it, to be honest. It's got loads of fun stuff in there, which you guys will see throughout the episode. Yeah. So yeah, let's crack on.
Let's walk straight through. Where should we do our vigils then?
I mean, we're from just walking around.
Should we all go through first then?
So, done.
Right.
He says, I will not be using that.
So
But he will. He'll use it.
Here's the gift shop.
So we're just going to say again, guys, we are at Tudor World. If you'd like to come here, it's in Stratford Upon Avon. You have to pay to get in. It's all about the plague, all about the Black Death.
It's a museum.
All about this building. Obviously has links to Shakespeare himself. I actually like Stratford Upon Avon. It's one of Stratford Upon Avon, or Stratford Upon Avon, eh? Anyway, whatever it's called, Stratford Upon Avon.
Bloody hell.
It's a lot of words all rolled into one, and when you talk as quick as I do, then
it's over.
It's over. But yeah, really nice place to come. Obviously, there's a lot of history here, so if you're into history, if you're into all that kind of stuff, then just make your way down to Stratford. It's a lovely town as well. There's many old buildings here. And yeah, you can even come to this place, Tudor World.
So is this your first time? You've done this place before, haven't you?
Yeah.
Have you experienced anything here?
Yeah.
Go on then.
Up in the attic.
Yeah.
The Ouija board, and we did a séance up there, which was really active.
Yeah.
We heard footsteps coming across the floor down on the bottom level, which you'll see.
Yeah.
Really active in here for K2s, and we got knockings on the doors, but no one was out there. And then we did mirror scrying out in this little hallway, which was really active, and we got loads of faces.
Okay.
So that was pretty cool.
To be honest, it's lovely, isn't it?
It's quirky.
It's cute.
It is. Mind heads.
Very cute.
Up here's the attic.
Big camera.
Where?
The boosters.
I'll do it.
You have to take that big pole off.
Well, there's nothing wrong with it.
So up there's where we did the séance and Ouija board.
Yeah.
And you've got to go up them little stairs and come down backwards.
Is it?
It's really good at there.
Quite cute.
Well, it's a good job I've got a walking stick. Are these ladders supposed to support a 22 stone man?
It's quite a big place, to be fair.
Come up here, mate. Alright then, guys. I'm upstairs. Fucking, that's horrible. As soon as you walk upstairs, she's looking at you. Oh, give me the shivers. And I ain't gonna mess about, guys. I do not know this house. I do not know what it holds. But what I am gonna do, I'm gonna go straight in the dark. The moustache is growing. I'm gonna keep it going. I'm gonna go in the dark, and we're gonna see if we can get any noises within this room. Because, I mean, there's a lot of background noise because it's Friday night. Weatherspoons is next door, which is madness. Right, so guys, we're in the dark, surrounded by mannequins, surrounded by, I suppose, everything. So, spirits of Tudor world. This is the first time me and Steve have come to this place. And if you are in this building, upstairs with me, could you come and talk to me? I know you have a lot of history here. I know you have a lot of things going on. I can't do this. I'll be back in a sec, guys. I'm going to leave you up here.
Sorry, Jace? What's happened?
I'm going to piss myself.
You are?
I'm going to piss myself. Where's the fucking toilet?
What? That was funny. I actually thought Griff said he's pissed himself. Not that he's going to. I actually thought he said he had pissed himself. My God. Oh my God. Hello? Could you come and give us a sign?
Blood.
Blood. Okay. Now, there was a lot of blood shed here. We heard the story of Lucy, who tragically lost her life in, like, awful circumstances, being operated on and then waking up and then dying of shock. Can't even imagine it. Is this Griff just coming back into the building?
Speak.
Ooh. Alright. So, I'm back. I'm back. Guess who's back? I went and got the K2 meter, so we've got something to look at. I've got the ghost tube up running over the other side. Now I'm up all the way in the loft. A lot of history of this place. A lot of tales been told in this building. Now, these tales, this history, is there anything that you're willing to correct? Anything that you wish to elaborate on? Because remember, you can talk to me or Stephen, and we will try our best to understand and listen to you.
Lucy? Lucy? Is it possible that you could appear behind me. So I was in the dark. And then the owner come in and he turned all the lights on. So now we're in the lights.
Rest in peace.
That's nice. Rest in peace. Well, thank you very much. I want to talk to the spirit who goes by the name Lucy. We've heard a lot about you. It's so cold. I do want to say there is an active pub right there, right next to us. It's a Wetherspoons. It's going to be loud. So EVPs, noises, voices, all that out the window. So we need visual evidence for tonight. Or maybe something like intelligence, you know, like I mean, if you can hear this. I mean, if you could copy that spirit, that'd be great. But if we could get something visual, that'd be even better. So Lucy, or any of the other spirits that reside inside this place, could you come forward and show yourself?
I'm going to show you this doll. This doll is very scary. If that come at you in the night, and I'm not saying that she's intentionally being scary, I'm just saying that she's very atmospheric to the actual style of this place. And she's got an aura about her which makes you think of evil. Is there an evil spirit here? Like a bully of some sort? I've been told that there's an evil man. Someone that picks on women. Someone that picks on the weak. I believe that I'm weak. Could you pick on me?
Oh my god. It is beyond cold. Having that door open ain't helping. I mean, it's probably, I think it's -1 at the moment here in England. Snow is inbound. This video is going up God knows when. We have a bit of a habit for delaying videos and putting them out a long time after filming them. It's just how we roll. But on this night, it's absolutely freezing. What's your name? If you can see me, spirit, tell me your name. I have a device in my pocket. We call that the ghost tube. And you can pick a word out from it.
I'm trying to grow it out, aren't I? So there might be some pizza bits in it because Steve ordered pizza with your money, guys. With the money that you've been giving us from watching videos and stuff. I mean, he's watching this going, what a twat. I ain't going to show that. I mean, it is coming on though. Oh,
K2. There we go. Kicking off, finally. TikTok.
it's actually on the spirit board.
Spirit board.
Yeah. It's not a Ouija board.
That's a solid yellow.
You are?
That's a solid yellow.
I
that
know, I
is.
can see. Will it stop when it's a movie?
What the hell?
It's broke. What the fuck's happened?
What is... that's a very good question.
What's happened? Battery dying, maybe.
No. The table.
That we were doing that earlier.
Okay, let's just show this.
So the table wasn't doing this earlier, ladies and gentlemen, because we all sat here. You all saw me sitting on this table, and literally,
It's as soon as I start to go down closer to the table, look at it. So as we go closer, it's on green, yellow.
and we stay on yellow.
What?
Now we've never known this before, ladies and gentlemen, but
Well, unless there's a magnet.
I had it sitting.
You said that was there before?
Yeah, I had it there.
Okay, well, I'll move the phone because people go, it's your phone. So the phone's over there. But
I never had it there though. Reckon there's something under the table. Let's have a look.
it could be the nylon.
Could it?
Well, nylon is can be staticky, can't it?
Alright then, look, watch. So we'll take that, we'll move that. So then we'll take that one off. No, still going, still wood.
Time to look underneath the table.
Nothing there.
Is there nothing there?
No.
Okay, step back a bit.
I'm just testing all theories. So why is that going off?
It's something specifically for there.
Because if we move it,
Because if you move it, it goes off.
if we move it over this side, oh, I reckon it's the whole table. Take your phone off the table. Right, see, it's the table.
Is it all over the table?
This is a wooden table as well. Is this table haunted?
Is it a highly charged table?
Take your phone off.
I'll put it,
So it's not Stephen's phone.
I'll put it in my pocket.
Yeah, that'll help.
The thing is, it's solid. It's not like a flicker.
It's a solid wood. Solid yellow. I've never seen it before.
It's stopped. It's gone to green now.
When he goes by the camera, it stops. Goes to the table.
It is weird though,
Really weird.
and it's still on green.
I know. Put the table right. There's a humbug. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. Oh, it must be something.
It must be something because that's the second.
That was getting worse.
Okay, so that's 2K2s doing it.
I know, it's kind of weird, that is.
Look,
So,
I don't know if this one can.
obviously we've moved everything, we've put it back on the wood.
It's a shame this sound's gone on there.
So we've got some EMF just running through us.
You can hear it. It's not showing up very good, unfortunately.
What is this? Never had this before, ever.
The only thing I can think of is the nylon, but then again, you moved all the nylon and then he was just on the table.
Yeah, and it's still doing it, watch. We can do it again. Just for proof. So we are just on the table. Now this is the first time we've ever had EMF readings together matching.
Yeah. that at the moment can't be explained.
Yeah, because unless we are next to a mobile cell tower.
But why is it only going off in the table then? Them both going off on the table.
If this is spirit, could you make both of them stop, please? Come on. If this is spirit, make them stop.
So as soon as you lift it, it stops. Don't it?
It's quite weird. Never had this before.
Well, when you was going one...
So it seems like it's connected to the table.
Yeah, but then as
Look,
soon as you...
we both here with nothing.
Then
and
you
then
bring
we
it
move
closer.
it.
Right there. Look at that. Right there. So nothing. And then as soon as it gets halfway close to the table, like here, it stopped. It started.
Is this table made of electromagnetic field?
I've not... Oh, what?
Electromagnetic field? I just slurred it out. That's weird.
There's
Could it be the spirit board?
There's a barrier around the table. There's a legitimate barrier,
An EMF barrier?
but there's literally nothing in sight.
Alright, let's just... I mean, let me put my camera down and then you can record me because we need to test this.
I mean, there's nothing even on us. Because the thing is, it can't even be anything that's on us because it's when it goes out to off the table, even when we're holding it.
Alright, so watch. I'm going to test them both. Now, we're still... So we're down to nothing there. Come down. So round about here we start getting something there. Then we back off on one. And we start getting there. We're getting something.
I'm never. I mean, I think. I mean, I'm not putting this down as paranormal in the slightest, people.
Nothing. Jesus, what is this?
This is probably the most fun I've had with the K2.
I've had better.
Yeah, because look, nothing on metal.
Nothing. 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 Something. Something.
It's as soon as he gets to that. It's got to be the sheet.
No, because we moved the sheet.
Yeah, but it's that radioactive.
Oh, it's real bad here. So I'm getting... And then it's gone.
That has actually stumped us.
Because this is electrical wire, people.
That's just a regular tube, yeah.
And this is supposed to give off some, if it's on. Fluorescent lights, when they're on, they're supposed to give off something.
If it's on, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's solid here.
It just don't make no sense. Is there nothing underneath the table?
When?
It's just a wooden table.
It's a bit weird. If anyone could help us with this one. If you can hear this spirit, move the glass that's next to the K2 meters, please. Move the glass. Throw the glass off the table. Yeah. If this is a spirit trying to communicate with us through the K2 meter like I asked before, could you move the glass that's by the K2 meters? If you could do that, we would be able to talk to you. We've put you in the dark now. Move the glass. If you could move that fast over to the other side of the board, then we know we could talk to you. Take the power from the batteries. Take the power from us.
Why are you here?
We're here to talk to you. See how you are.
And their noise is the REM pods.
We've never ever had that noise.
Never.
Come on. Closer. Closer. Come on. Push that glass off the table. That one went to red. Come on. Come on. Don't be scared. Show us that you're here. Give us something. Move something. Use our energy. Use all the energy that you can find. Use the energy of my voice. Come on. It's getting louder, isn't it?
It is. It is bizarre.
How bizarre.
Let's turn the lights back on again. Okay, so what's the conclusion of the K2 activity, Jace?
Nothing. It's basically got us stumped. There's no conclusion because we don't know what's happened. First time the K2 meters have coincided the same reading together.
This one isn't showing it as much.
No, but
the lights.
The light's a bit duller than the other one, isn't it?
But you can hit. That's the one that actually creating the noise.
Yeah. We don't know. Is the roundabout all of it. Literally, we've never had this before. We've took the cloth off the table. We've put the items in other places, and we've got nothing. And then we've brought them back to the table, and then we've got stuff. So
yeah,
it's inconclusive at the moment, but it is quite, I suppose, weird.
It's very weird.
So it's still going off, and I mean, look, we'll just show you again, just for nothing.
Nothing.
Bring it back. Full yellow.
It's like here.
So, yeah. I don't know what to say.